abuse of the pill caused many women to put off motherhood, forgetting that it is the most important period of their lives, their functional reason for existence. Others tried to juggle motherhood with a career. The effect of these changes was devastating. Mothers say they like to know where their children are, but children like to know where their mothers are. For children, quality time is 24 hours a day. They can then run to her for reassurance if something frightens them or if they hurt themselves, day or night. If a child knows where its mother is, then it feels more secure than when she is not available. Stiff upper lips tend to be worn in the presence of childminders to preserve pride and dignity. The more of the time a child does not know where to find mother if necessary, the greater the degree of insecurity that comes to envelop it. Each episode of insecurity that passes without maternal reassurance produces unshed tears of anxiety, which trickle into the bilges of the psyche, slowly affecting the balance of the mind and its ability to maneuver in difficult situations. The younger and more vulnerable the child, the greater the effect maternal deprivation is likely to have. The more insecure a child feels, the less confident it will be, the more withdrawn, timid, and shy it will be, the less adventurous it will be, the less able to concentrate it will be, and the less it will learn. Experts talk of attention deficit disorder. In effect, a child's freedom and individual liberty will be as impaired as if it had been raised under a ruthless totalitarian regime. As the child grows up, and should the opportunity be presented, it will be seduced into the masculine fellowship and security of a gang, perhaps with the additional security of knives and guns. It becomes rebellious, antisocial, and defiant of authority. It is as if some boys and young men had an intuitive urge to prepare themselves for facing danger. They are easily brainwashed by the sick, swashbuckling American cultural imperialism of films and video games that now flood youth culture. They play on the railway lines, they cycle along them, they jump across the live rails, they stand in front of oncoming trains and leap away at the last minute. They go to extraordinary lengths to defy danger, to acquire the same courage that my generation achieved so tamely by putting coins on the railway line. Others clamber to dizzying heights to tag walls and bridges with graffiti. They soon discover that binging on drink and drugs drives away inhibitions, promoting the sense of freedom they crave. As girls increasingly pretend to be men, they have become binge-drinking ladettes. To a generation brought up to shoot several hundred aliens on their computer before going to bed, my generation must seem very tame. Hugging a hoodie is only the first small change of attitude required for repairing and rehabilitating the ravages of maternal neglect. Perhaps a new form of national service for boys over 14 might give them the mature guidance, fellowship, and excitement they need to build up self-confidence and teach them how to manage their lives and live more sociably. In this context, one of the expeditions I organised to amuse the boys on the council estate mentioned earlier was to take a carload to Canterbury. A visit to the cathedral was out of the question because of the expense, but we happened to walk past an army recruitment office. They all rushed in, but of course were turned away because of their youth. Stressed mothers juggling a career and a family are abrogating their maternal intuition and feel guilty. They try to compensate by making a big issue of safety. Being female, they approach the subject as if the world was an enclosed space that they could control like a house, overlooking the fact that the world is bigger than people and that risk can never be eliminated. They approach worldly problems with homely wits. Society has become totalitarianised by litigation and health and safety regulations, the result of which has been to create the nanny state with the bosses of Brussels at the helm. While some occupational health and safety regulations were long overdue, the philosophy now extends into the private lives of individuals, crushing spontaneity and freedom of action.